Hey guys, welcome back to 1776 or Bust. So on the table you see a Glock 19. That's right, a Gen 4. Now, one of the things that I was looking for if I was ever going to go back to a Gen 4 Glock was something unique. Now, I have to say, I absolutely love the Vickers Gen 3 Glock. It's pretty fantastic in every single way. However, for whatever reason, I still prefer the Gen 4s. Now, obviously, with the Gen 5 that just came out, I know there's a lot of hype for that. However, for me, it just, it doesn't really make sense for me to jump to a Gen 5, pay extra money for it when there's plenty of good Gen 4s out there already. And I'll tell you guys, there are some really good prices on them right now. So I went ahead and I picked this one up. And the reason why I got it was because this gun to me, I guess you could say is sort of special in the way it looks. Now, obviously, based on my life and my family's life and everything, I have to say, guys, I absolutely love the United States of America. It is, in my opinion, the finest country the world has ever seen. Now, I'm not going to get into a whole political rant here, but for America haters, you know what? You guys need to wake up because you will never have the freedoms you have here that you will have anywhere else in the world. This is the only country that can guarantee those freedoms to you. With that being said, when I saw this gun online, I said to myself, you know what? This is a gun I definitely have to pick up. There's just something great about it. I know it's a Glock. I know it's not the reinvention of the wheel, but I've always been satisfied with the Gen 4s, and I had been looking for a while for them. So when I saw this one, I had to pick it up. So let's take a look at the gun and kind of take a look at all the features that it comes with. Now, of course, this is standard Gen 4 19. There's not going to be any different than any other thing that you're ever going to see with any other Gen 4, with the exception of the battle-worn finish in the American flag. In this case, this gun actually came with steel sights. You've got a steel blacked out sight in the rear with your steel fiber optic rod in the front. And, it's actually a pretty nice combination. The fiber optic shows up real well. I'm going to probably keep it this way for a while until I decide what night sights I'm looking for. Now, I'm pretty sure these are Ameriglow sights. Again, don't quote me on it, but they definitely look like they are. And I have to say, they're really nice. You get a nice wide picture on that dot. Now, I know some people like it a little bit narrower, but I actually like the way it looks on there. So for me, it's going to work pretty well. Now, in regards to the finish itself, very nice finish. The coating is very nicely done. It adds a little bit more texture actually to the grip of the handgun, so it's not slick at all. So it's got a nice little texturing to it. The slide you can see is that battle-worn color, so it's not too bright. It's not too overwhelming. Almost like circusy look, I guess you could say. In this case, there's just something pretty cool about this idea that you get a little bit of the hints of colors. And then, of course, as you see the top of slide, it gets a little bit brighter here, a little bit more blue here, a little bit less red in the back and the white. So they did a great job when they made this gun. And when when they Cerakoted it, they just did great with it. Now, of course, what I tend or probably will wind up doing is I'm going to change a couple of the controls on here. Probably drop this mag release and put in a red mag release to go with it. And add just a couple other little things here and there to tinker with it to see how it goes. Probably also going to be dropping an Apex trigger in here. I know they have that Freedom series, and I actually just returned my Apex trigger from my 320, so they gave me store credit, which is nice of them to do that. And as a result, I'm going to put that towards this trigger and just pay the difference. But overall, guys, there's really nothing different between this and any other Gen 19. Again, just to prove myself to all of you, you can see, oh, wait, look. Yeah, no, there's nothing different in there, guys. You can see they started off with that white Cerakote on the inside. So it looks pretty cool. I mean, I have to say, it's pretty nice looking. Again, on the slide, oh, look, wait, no, that's not different either. That's right. This is your standard Gen 4 slide with the recoil spring and your guide rod. So there's absolutely nothing different about this than any other Gen 4, with the exception that it has a really cool paint job. Overall, guys, it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to spend the money to get a Gen 5 Glock. However, I would tell you to definitely keep looking at those Gen 4s, including those Gen 3s, because the prices, guys, on them right now are dropping because of the release of the Gen 5. And if you don't mind the finger grooves on this, honestly, I don't see why you wouldn't want to pick one of these up. But absolutely love this gun. We'll be shooting this gun very soon. Tomorrow I'm going to probably be shooting the Steyr versus the P10, so I can't wait to see how they do, and I'll probably drop a few rounds in this one as well. But overall, fantastic firearm. Once again, guys, you know what? I'm not the biggest Glock fanboy, but I'm not a Glock hater either. And in my opinion, this is by far the most beautiful Glock I've ever owned, bar none. So I hope you guys like the kind of sort of, I guess you can say, really quick overview of this handgun. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. I'd always appreciate those. Just to give a couple of shout outs at the end here. Again, thegunguy.com, great, online website to deal with, including Wallkill River Small Arms. And of course, Abaddon Apparel. You can always pick up some merchandise from them, including a 1776 or bust t-shirt. So again, tell me what you think. Tell me if you think this is kind of a cool gun, especially with the whole American montage, I guess you say, over the gun. But for me, guys, to me, it's just absolutely perfect. So I hope you guys have a great night. Stay safe out there. And as always, freedom is never free.